And welcome back to the channel. Hope you had a good day. So tonight we're going to talk about two things. One, the first episode of Lanterns. I'm not going to do a big deep dive breakdown like a lot of other people have. There's plenty of people who've done that. I'll just give you my opinion on it. And then I got a recommendation. Speaking of Green Lantern, a crossover between the Green Lantern and the Flash. So episode one of the Lantern TV show was absolutely phenomenal. I thought it was really good. The cliffhanger at the end with Hal Jordan being dead, I don't think he really is. I think there's going to be some trickery going on there, but took you all the way back to John Stewart's childhood and earlier part of how Jordan. Actually, what it was how Jordan revealing himself to the world, and he'd been the Green Lantern for about 10 years at that time. And then you move to 2016, where the main focus of this season will be, and you see a rough and gritty Hal Jordan who has just pretty much had it. I think with a lot of things, and probably especially the Guardians. And but it was good to see that, and good to see that hologram, of Hal Jordan from I think that it was 2006. And anyway, it's good. It was a good episode. Some fun moments in it, some good serious moments. But I think it's going to get better and better and better as it goes. Um, I've not been this excited about a new show in a while. I was a big fan of the Flash and the Arrowverse. I really believe this one's going to be just as good, if not maybe a little bit better. Uh, but hopefully this will be multiple seasons. We won't just have one season. I'm hoping we're two, three, four, five, 6 seasons maybe, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's a good storytelling already. A good start. And will Hal Jordan become Parallax? I don't know, but it would be a heck of a setup if he did. Okay, now I want to recommend this comic. Now, I actually just finished this up last night, so tonight's Thursday. So Wednesday night, I finished this up. It's a two-part set, and it's really really cool. It's kind of like one of those covers. It's like side by side type covers, and so it starts out with this one here. It says it's Green Lantern and Flash, and it's written by Ron Mars. He does part one, and it's got 3 chapters involved, and it talks about how, or the story basically is about how Kyle Rayner and Wally West have to go and save Jay Garrick and Alan Scott from this alien. That's well, let me put it back together and I'll show you again. Kind of hard to do this, but anyway, I believe that's it right there. So the alien is right there in the center, that little purple looking thing there, right? So the story goes back and then finishes up on part two, which is says Flash and Green Lantern, written by Mark Wade. So from what I remember and understanding, so this is 1997. So Ron Mars had been working on the Green Lantern, and then Mark Wade had been working on. Yeah, Ron Mars had been working on Green Lantern. Mark Wade had been working on Flash, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, the story's really good. It takes you back 50 years, talks about how Jay Garrick and Alan Scott trapped this alien, and for 50 years this alien had been subject to all kinds of government testing and stuff. He finally broke loose. He was really upset. um, uh, Alan Scott and Jay Garrick was pretty, you know, they didn't like what they did. They didn't like the fact that they turned him over to the government. They kind of over time they kept that a big secret. Nobody knew about it until this alien got out and he captured both of them. And they kept, apologizing like, "Look, go back." And this alien's like, "No, I'm dying." You know that they filled this alien full of sickness, cancers and stuff like that. So the alien knew he wasn't going to last long, but he did capture Alan Scott and Jay Garrick, and that prompts Kyle Rayner and Wally West to have to go after him and try to recover and bring them back. And in the meantime, these two are not best of buddies, much like Alan Scott and Jay Garrick is. But it does. It's a good story. It's a good storytelling. Um they go into a different dimension. They learn about each other. That Green Lantern and Flash, and moral of the story at the end of without spoiling too much of it, is that Jay Garrick and Alex Scott, pretty much told Wally West and Kyle Rayner that we didn't start out as best friends either, and so we just had to learn to get together and just get along, and then we became best friends. So that's what they were encouraging the Flash and Green Lantern to do. But this story was really good. I think you'd really enjoy it. So, like I say, it's part one and part two. In part two, it says Flash and Green Lantern. Like I said, it has 3 chapters in it. Good storytelling, good writing. If you had never had a chance to check this out, I'd recommend picking it up. I actually got these in my local comic book store. Find them online, eBay, I'm sure. But yeah, if you have not ever had a chance to read this, I think you really will enjoy the story. Storytelling is really good in that. And guys, that's pretty much all I got. Until next time, God bless. We'll see you soon.